If you're betting week 2 NFL, you want to listen to this entire video. Not pause it after 10 seconds, not just go away, because you need my information, bottom line. And if you saw what I had last week, then you're definitely going to want to listen up. I'm going to review the games. I'm going to give you my opinion. My opinion, really, it's better than a lot of people out here, many people, but really opinions don't count. The best information I get is when I get information. My opinion's nothing. My opinion means nothing. I'm going to run down what I like this week, and I'll probably do well more than, 90% of the people out there. But what counts is information and gathering it throughout the week and getting the best information on game day, and that's why people join, and that's why people cash with us. Seattle on Monday, all the information I gave you on Sunday, you know what I had. Texans plus the points, Bears plus the points, Chargers minus the points. The only two favorites that we used were Chargers and Washington. That's not lucky that we just picked out those two favorites and then hit all the other dogs. Let's get to week 2. I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm going to look at each game and I'm going to tell you what I think. And bottom line, though, is don't go by this. You can, you cannot, but really join and be a member and get our best information. KC and San Diego, LA tonight, tough game. KC's coming off a blowout. They didn't play anybody good. Arizona's are real banged up. They did not look good. They blew them out. They were more impressive than we thought they would be. Would have to lean towards KC here against the Chargers, although the Chargers do play them tough. I don't like teams coming off the road. Not going to be a big play whatsoever tonight, I can tell you that. But I'd have to lean towards KC. The thing is, too many people like KC. Baltimore and Miami, lines 4 is going to be a tough game right down. I think maybe the under in that game. 4 looks like our power ratings make it 4. I don't see any edge on this game. I can see this game coming down to maybe 24-21, 24-20, maybe 24-17, something like that. Cleveland and the Jets, I'm not trusting the Jets. Flacco, I'm not trusting the Jets on the road. Cleveland, I like teams coming off emotional wins on the road, and they're sky high. Practice is going to be sharp. The team's up, pumped up. I like Cleveland minus the points against the Jets on the road. Jets are nothing anyway. Cleveland. Detroit, Washington, tough game. Detroit's back-to-back home. I do like teams playing back-to-back home. Washington, they're pumped up too. I'm going to have to side with Washington in this one to go into Detroit. It's less than a field goal. If they really like Detroit lines makers, they would make this a solid 3. It opened up 2.5. I'd have to side with Washington. Indianapolis, Jacksonville, very tough game. Indianapolis off the road, Jacksonville off the road, both off tough losses. Indy ended up tying, but they still played a lot of energy. Jacksonville, they play with a lot of energy, lost at the end. Don't like teams like that coming off the road, losing emotional games on the road. The under would be the spot when two teams come off the road. It's usually an under, especially when they lose, and they're very, very conservative. I would have to go with the under in that Indy game. Maybe Jacksonville at home plus the 4. Not a game I really want to touch. Tampa, New Orleans, tough game. The line opened up $3. It should be 4. Not really an edge there. Bucks look great. Saints, they came back. They're going to be sky high too. That's a tough game to really play. Going to stay away from that. The Giants game against Carolina. Giants 2.5. I do like the Giants. I like teams coming off big emotional wins. I would have to side with the Giants here. The public's on Carolina. The early money's on Carolina. Small play maybe on the Giants. Giants, there's no value. There's no edge really. The line's 3, 2.5, 1.5. The line should be 3. There's really a half a point of value in there. Maybe the Giants minus depending on what the number is on game day. Pittsburgh and New England staying away totally. Well banged up. Both teams banged up. Don't really know what's going to happen in that game. Rams, Atlanta. Rams did not look good opening night. Don't like the way they came out. And Atlanta's coming off a tough game. But this is too many points, I think. 12.5. It's already down to 10. The number should be 10. I think Atlanta's the right side in this one. San Francisco, minus 8.5. It opened up. That's way too high for a team that's losing Kittle, coming off of an emotional game on the road. They had it. They lost it. Don't like teams laying points when they come back at home. I'm going to take the other side, and I'm going to take Seattle, who no one wants to bet and no one wants to give a shit about. I'll take Seattle plus the 8.5, 9.5. What is it, 9.5? Cincinnati, Dallas. There's no way I'm taking Dallas after that performance without Prescott. Cincinnati would be the only side if I had to play it. 7, maybe the key number, nothing above that. But Cincinnati really should take care of business. Looking at it, 7's really nothing. They should win by 3 touchdowns, but who knows? Denver, Houston, tough game. Have to side with Denver minus the points against the Texans. The Texans came off a win. Denver came off a loss. That's part of the ATS betting trend. It also fits into our power ratings. Would have to side with Denver laying 10, but you really don't like that laying that many points with teams coming off the road, emotional games off the road anyway, so that's probably not a game. Raiders steamed up to 5.5 now against Arizona. I think the lines makers had the power ratings way off on Arizona, especially in the first game. They had to move the number from 3 to 6. I don't know, but I would say Raiders, Arizona's, they're in trouble right now. Green Bay and the Bears, Green Bay 9. I'm not trusting Aaron Rodgers. I have no clue where his mind is. I'll take the Bears plus the 9.5, although I don't like the Bears on the road whatsoever. But they do play better on the road, and they're a good cover team on the road. I'm going to take 9.5. If you bought it to 10, better number. I'm going to take the Bears plus the points. Buffalo, they should kill the Titans the way I look at it. And the Eagles, I think this is a trap of the week against the Vikings. I may have to go with the Eagles and lay the points against the Vikings here. Yeah, I mean, the line should be 1, 2 maybe, but I guess they're giving it to home field for the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles early. That's an early look, but really, get our best information on game day. It's well worth it.